بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم. For amongst the great blessings that Allah has bestowed this ummah with are two very important principles. The first one being that it is important for us to know the truth and adhere to that, and the second one being it is important for us to know falsehood and abstain from that. As Allah says in the Qur'an, وَكَذَلِكَ نُفَصِّلُ الْآيَاتِ وَلِتَسْتَبِينَ سَبِيلَ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. And thus do we explain the ayat and make clear and manifest the way of the wrongdoers and the oppressors. So these are two very important principles that Allah has blessed this ummah with, knowing the truth and adhering to that, and the second one is knowing falsehood and abstaining from that. Based on this principle, we gather today inshallah to speak about a very important topic, and that is, why is shirk so abhorrent in the sight of Allah? Why is shirk so abhorrent in the sight of Allah? And this is understood from 2 points. The first one being that shirk is the greatest of all sins, and the second one is that shirk has the greatest of all punishments connected to it. The first point, that shirk is the greatest of all sins, is understood from 3 reasons. The first one being that the one that commits shirk with Allah, then indirectly his actions are saying that indeed Allah is sufficient. وَالْإِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. For indeed, if Allah was complete and perfect, and the one that committed shirk believed that, then he would not turn to other than Allah in his times of need, but rather he would turn to Allah at all times. The second reason is that the one that commits shirk with Allah, then indeed he is negating the whole purpose of creation. As Allah says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, that I did not create mankind and jinn except to worship me alone. Shirk has the greatest of all punishments connected to it. And this is also understood from 3 points. The first one is that Allah does not forgive this sin, as He says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. Allah says in the Qur'an, and indeed Allah does not forgive the grave sin of a shirk, but He forgives anything lesser than that as He pleases. The second reason being that the one that dies upon shirk, then his abode is the hellfire for eternity. As Allah says in the Qur'an, إِنَّهُ مَن يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ الْجَنَّةَ وَمَأْوَاهُ النَّارُ وَمَا لِلظَّالِمِينَ مِنْ أَنصَارٍ. That indeed whomsoever commits shirk with Allah, then paradise has been made forbidden upon him, and his final abode is the hellfire, and you shall find no helpers for the zalimeen. The third reason why a shirk has the greatest of all punishments connected to it is that a shirk negates and nullifies and makes null and void all the good deeds that one puts forward. As Allah says in the Qur'an, وَلَا إِنْ أَشْرَكْتَ لَيَحْبَطَنَّ عَمَلُكَ وَلَا تَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. And indeed, if you commit shirk with Allah, He shall make your deeds null and void, and you shall be from the losers. وَالْإِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. In ending, we ask Allah that He makes us from the people of At-Tawheed, and we live and die upon that. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.